Dear friends, today we reflect on the theme Cross to Crown based on John chapter 11, verses 43 and 44, and Ezekiel 37, verses 12 and 13. Lent reminds us that the journey of faith moves through suffering toward hope, through brokenness toward renewal, and through silence toward new life. It invites us to be honest about our struggles while trusting in God's power to restore and transform. In John chapter 11, we see Jesus standing before the tomb of Lazarus. He stands among people who are grieving and confused. Jesus calls out with authority and compassion, "Lazarus, come out." And Lazarus comes out, still wrapped in grave clothes. Jesus then tells the people around him to unbind him and let him go. This powerful movement shows that new life is both God's gift and the work of community. Resurrection begins with Christ's call, but freedom continues as others help remove the grave clothes. In our own lives, we also face doom-like experience. We carry pain from the past. Some feel buried under fear, disappointment, and injustice. The voice of Christ continues to call us into life and dignity. The journey from cross to crown begins when we hear that the call and take a step forward in faith. In Ezekiel chapter 37, God speaks to people who felt cut off and hopelessness. God promises to open their graves and bring them up from them so that they may know the Lord. This vision reminds us that the God's work is not limited to individuals alone. God restores communities that feel forgotten and breathes hope into situations that seems lifeless. During Lent, we are invited to listen for God's renewing voice in our personal lives and in our society. Notice that Lazarus came out still wrapped in grave clothes. Healing is a process. Transformation takes time. We are called to help one another through patience, compassion, and understanding. We ask ourselves today, what grave clothes still bind us? It may be fear, it may be resentment, it may be apathy toward the suffering of others. Christ calls us to step into freedom and to help others do the same. The cross reminds us to face suffering honestly. The crown reminds us that hope and renewal are possible. Together, they shape the journey of Lent. As we walk forward, may we listen for the voice that calls us by name. May we help unbind one another with love, and may we move from cross to crown, trusting that God is leading us into new life. Amen.